Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green!
He's got the run, but is it enough? It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV on the broadcast tonight. It is the High Point Racing League GT Challenge Portomello edition, coming to you live from Algarve. Everybody getting through qualifying as we speak. Glad to have you guys here. What's going on? It's been a very eventful evening, not just here at the racetrack and us watching practice and qualifying. YouTube can't decide if it wants to work or not want to work. We are live on Facebook as well. If anything happens to the YouTube, the link is in the Discord. I will post the link as well in the YouTube chat. But yeah. The AWS servers messed everything up. And it messed stuff up that has nothing to do with the AWS servers. Well, let's have some fun tonight. We got a about an hour race. About an hour and 15-minute broadcast. Gonna have a lot of fun doing it. But let's bring in the beautiful and wonderful people we have here at All-Star 15 TV, helping me up in the broadcast booth. You hear him on the Monday nights. You also hear him on the Wednesday nights. It's Joe Hutchings.
Hola, how is everybody doing this evening?
And returning to his Wednesday night spot after a very stressful last week, we're happy to have the one, the only Mr. 8 Hours of Sleep himself. It's Mike Campigio.
AJ, how we doing? Everybody else, how we doing at home? Yeah, AJ, looking forward to seeing what goes on here tonight.
Yeah, I can't wait. This is the first time I've been at the track. I did watch an F1 race here. I think it was 2020. It definitely looks eventful. There is so much elevation change here. You have very long turns, a couple different turns that have double or triple apexes. But let's see. I can't wait for it. Qualifying is over. Just the last couple cars making it through. But yeah, Mike, Joe, this is going to be a fun one as we are just about to close out the qualifying session. It looks like Nathan Bigart is going to lead the field in the GT3 Pro, Ty Baxter in the GT3 Pro-Am, and then Lance Campbell joining the pole positions for the GT4 drivers. We do have a new driver in the GT4 series. You see him sitting in that 8th position in the 619 Ford Mustang. It's Christopher Grodin. Welcome aboard. Good luck. Daniel, how you doing, pal? I see that Joe posted something in the YouTube chat, so I guess it's holding up right now. We're just praying at the moment.
I'm watching your YouTube feed.
How's it
just
look?
to make sure that it stays there. It looks good.
Oh, well, that's good. Well,
See?
Alan, thanks for liking. But here we go. They're going to start gridding. Let's bring out the grid for tonight. There's the GT3 Pro. Bigart, Smith, Hart, your top 3. Then it's Lincoln Shaw, Spencer Duquette, and Justin Bach, your 6 drivers in the Pro. In the Pro-Am, you have Baxter, Cotterman, Jed Cotterman, John Weirench. 4th, you have Kenneth Cloden. 5th, it's Michael Caffrey, Brian Scott. In 6th, 7th, it's Philip Caffrey, Mark Ozer. In 8th and 9th, it's Christopher Coy. And then in the GT4, to start, as we mentioned, it's Lance Campbell, Daniel Nass, Ryan Serlick, John Voight, and James Langevin in the top 5. Jim Peel, Brian Lavriza, Christopher Grodin, welcome aboard, by the way, again. Cameron Kilma and Aiden Keeley. That is your field and how they will start. We'll talk about the points in just a little bit, everybody. But as we're seeing everything get ready to go, it also looks like we are going to have a full pace lap around Portomello. This track, just watching it in practice, we've seen a lot of these turns cause some issues with these drivers. It's just something about being here where they'll just lose it on entry. The track temp isn't as high as I was expecting with what we were looking at. It's only 83 degrees. There is 90% humidity, so that's... You're definitely feeling the heat on this one tonight. But we have started rolling. You're going to see the 2 groups separate, the GT4s and the GT3s. But Mike, what are you expecting this evening?
Well, AJ, I think we're going to see a little bit of chaos here early on until everybody settles into a rhythm. And then after that, I think we're going to see some good racing. I think this track provides a little bit of good passing zones. So I'm excited to see how these guys attack the passing zones and who can make it work.
Joe, Mr. Road Ringer yourself, what are you expecting with the field this evening?
The same thing every week. Hashtag chaos. Thanks, TJ, for that one.
By the way, if you wanted to, we have that on a shirt. If people wanted to get that.
Yes, we do. We need to get that updated.
Hashtag chaos.
Hashtag chaos.
Trying to figure out
chaos.
why our track map isn't wanting to populate. That's not fun.
I'll just blame it on AWS too.
Just like everything, just blame it on them.
See, there it goes. Just had to refresh everything. Granted, every time I hit that refresh button, I get a little nervous. So, they have about a half a lap to go. Let's start with the GT4s and check out the standings tonight. Ryan Serlich coming into tonight's race with the points lead. Lance Campbell sitting in second with a 1373. Daniel Noss in third with a 1235, and they are all chasing the 1504 of Ryan Serlich. In the GT3 Pro-Am Series, Jed Cotterman with the lead, a very slim lead over Kenneth Cloden. That is only a 12-point differential there. A 1320 with a 1308 of Cloden. Mark Ozer with a 1079 in third. And then your top three in the GT3 Pro Series. Daniel Pino, who I do not see here this evening, with a 1495, has, I would assume, a race advantage over second place Lakin Shaw. And then Avery Hart really close with Lakin Shaw, as you see the owner himself covering up the standings. But we are just about getting ready to go green. Hit that like button, subscribe, follow. Let's have some fun tonight. The chat room is open, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. Get ready for an hour of pure action here at Algarve. Pace cars are coming down that right-handed sweeping final turn. Gonna jump to pit road in just a second, and we are going to send all 23 drivers on track and one on pit road a green. There goes the pace car. Barney the flagman waiting for the green. And there it is, green flag in the air, and already a little bit of tire spin for the front group here. 3 wide for the front. Oh, and there goes Ty Baxter, pole sitter for the Pro-Ams.
He's going to keep it off the wall, though.
Here comes the GT4's Lance Campbell leading the field in the Porsche yellow nose, taking it straight to the front. And these drivers, so far, so good. They make it through the first turn. But this battle now for P2.
Oh, the leader just got wrecked. Oh, multiple cars.
Oh, so much carnage for the GT4s.
Wow.
Oh my.
We're going to jump it back here to give you guys a full view of what happens. Oh, he tries to save it.
Oh.
Oh.
My goodness.
Oh, it doesn't get
Wait
any
for that
better.
next hit.
It does not get any
No,
better.
wait for that next. Yeah, I was gonna say, watch that next hit come in there. That was big.
The 619 of Christopher Groden, new to the series as of tonight. Oh!
Oh, what the?
Boy, I hate to say this, but he definitely pulled a 619.
Extracurriculars on that one. Mustang's doing Mustang things?
But we continue on. Ryan Serlich did have to jump to pit road, but your pole sitter is not doing very well in the GT4s. Daniel Nass has taken over, plus 2 spots, and Jim Peel plus 5 spots, sitting in second, and then plus 7 for Cameron Kilma, sitting in third in the GT4s. You see the Taco Bell, the 119 of Lance Campbell trying to get some positions
He's going up
back.
the road.
And yes, he does have a meatball. Good call, Mike.
Probably not the race that he wanted, especially starting from pole, thinking you're home free in that first couple corners, and all of a sudden, boom.
No kidding. No kidding to have your race over before you hit lap 2.
Stinger. That hurts.
Up front, Nathan Bigart, Avery Hart, and Steven Smith, your top 3 in the GT3 Pro. Then you have Jed Cotterman and Kenneth Cloden, your first 2 in the Pro-Ams. Your pole sitter, Ty Baxter, has fallen all the way back to 6th in class for the Pro-Ams. Gonna have to fight all the way back here. Hardware problems, maybe? I really don't know. But absolute craziness and pandemonium to start tonight's race, and it's only lap 3. Like the front stretch, it's on its own pedestal where it dips down and takes the right-handed turn for turn 1, and it's just a bunch of sweepers. And here comes the 776 of Justin Bach to the inside of Michael Caffrey. They're going to be battling for that 7th position overall, but they are in 2 separate classes. Bach in the Pro and Michael Caffrey in the Pro-Am. Mike, a lot of stuff has happened within the first 4.5 minutes of the race so far. With how crazy it's been with the chaos, as a driver, you know, put the helmet on. How do you kind of relax from all that and try to start logging laps and click some time off?
Well, AJ, in my viewpoint, now is the time in the race where you got to settle into a rhythm, hit your braking points, get your gear shifting right, and all that stuff. And you want to just get into a rhythm. Once you get into a rhythm, you can start picking up lap time and start pulling away from the guys and try to make a little bit more passes going forward. But yeah, in the first 4 or 5 minutes, it's a crucial time for these drivers, especially you're all bunched together. You got to start of the race. You know, you're 2 and 3 wide. You know, get it. Once you get 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes into this thing, you know, start getting into your rhythm, start hitting your braking points, and just, you know, get in that groove of being a road course racer.
Yeah, it's after watching everything happen so fast, you're waiting for basically your turn, I feel, in a way. But as we're looking at Ty Baxter trying to scratch and claw back in the number 12 Porsche, he's got Lakenshaw right behind him. Points lead. Oh, contact between the two of them. Broadcaster cursed a little bit, it looked like.
Maybe a little bit too early to the gas right there, it looked like.
Yeah, and they're still side by side and trying to fight through it as they're starting to chip away at some of the back markers of the GT4 drivers.
That left front looks caved in on that Ford Mustang right there.
Typical. I mean, what?
Of Lakenshaw. Yeah,
Yeah,
no
like
kidding,
right there,
like,
you can.
Wow.
That was a lot of damage for that
How
hit.
does he not have a meatball to come fix them? Because the hood doesn't look
It's not that
long
bad.
for hood doesn't look long for the world either.
It's not that bad.
Up a little bit
That
further.
looks like some.
Kenneth Cloden trying to keep Spencer Duquette behind. Now let's jump on board with the 207 McLaren of Duquette. Just look how smooth Spencer is getting through these turns in the McLaren. I know Joe has a very soft spot for him.
I like McLarens. I also like Porsches and anything Volkswagen. But anyways, no, that McLaren is it's hooked up. That car is really good for GT3 car. It's mid-engine, well balanced, got really good brakes, and the computer systems on board don't hamper your driving as much as you think it would. We've had extensive testing, with our race team, and found that because of its corner exit bite, it makes it well, let me rephrase this. It gives it an advantage on twisty tracks.
Ooh! Good catch there for Duquette. Holy cow, I thought he was about to lose it. What is there any advantage with the McLaren with elevation change though? Because you mentioned the corner exit, but he's taking these hills rather nice as well.
Well, with the downforce on the GT3 cars, you're really not gonna have to worry about it too much. Now, if we were running like prototypes here or something lighter, I would say, yeah, you might have to be a little careful on the hills, but these GT3 cars, not so much. And that's all of them. It doesn't matter if it's mid-engine or rear-engine or whatever.
As we are on board with Spencer Duquette, that was a full lap with the driver of the 207 McLaren as he's trying to close in on Kenneth Cloden, but he's gonna look up just in the rearview mirror a little bit. It's a 776 of Justin Bach and also the 77 of Michael Caffrey. They are starting to queue up behind Spencer, and gonna have to start worrying about chucking away some positions, because early on with all this chaos, you're not worried about your tire wear. You're worried about not getting caught up in it. And some drivers, as we've seen so far, have tried to drive away from possible incidents. Most of the time, they only take fuel on the pit stops. With how hot and slippery this track is, we might see some tire changes.
What is the temperature today on the track?
I think it was 80, 89. It's 85 now.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
But it looked like we had an issue with Philip Caffrey. Gonna jump back and take a look at this. The McLaren, yellow McLaren on your screen.
Oh. He just break something?
I think something disconnected on his end.
Uh-huh.
Because it looked like it snapped for a second, and then he pulled over, and he might be trying to get it fixed right now. But up front, Nathan Bigart, a 0.7 of a second lead over Avery Hart. Fastest lap of the race. A 1:42.61. Followed very closely by Avery Hart's 1:42.76.
Boy, Justin Brock right here. He is in a load of traffic right here.
Gonna be jumping over to Justin Bach in just a sec.
Oh, he almost made contact right there.
We are going to stay right here because the great Mike seems to sense something happening here with 5 of these drivers.
Well, I about did in that last corner.
Mercedes is getting really good on entry speed, but he's giving it up on the exit.
How did the GT4 sort out after the Turn 1 incident?
Daniel Noss is currently the front runner by 10 seconds over Jim Peel, and then Brian Lavriza in third, James Langevin, and Cameron Kielma is your 5 front runners, all plus positions in the GT4 is Nas +3, Pio +6, Lavriza +6, +3 for Langevin, and Kilma is +6. If they're plus that many, think about the other way with the other drivers. Well, we're gonna drop it back right here. Jed Cotterman is sitting P1 in the Pro-Ams, but he's got Floden closing in ever so slightly this lap coming on. Spencer Duquette with the pro drivers, Justin Bach. You know, Mike mentioned them before as they're having a nice battle. Starting to think that
I think we lost Mike.
we lost Mike.
No, I'm here.
Ah.
I was just wondering what it's gonna take to see what would break out with these guys right here in traffic.
Well, I can tell you that everybody in front of them is happy that they're in traffic.
Because I mean,
there was the 115.
oh, yep.
Aiden
That was the one.
keeling
Be 3
over.
wide off.
Oof. Cloden's gonna
I'm telling
hold on to the second place in class, but the 2 right behind him are pro drivers. He doesn't have to hold them up. The
I
drive
got a good run on them right here.
Yeah, it's a really good run down the front stretch and into turn number 1. We'll see if anything happens. They're looking to that outside.
Oh, crossover.
Yeah,
Oh, he's gonna get to the inside now.
Ooh,
Oh,
a door
yeah.
smack.
That was a little bit of boot scoot and boogie. I need to go. Thank you.
Yeah. As I'm a broadcaster, not a driver, I would have suggested Cloden to let those 2 guys go.
Oh, this is good. Oh, look at that. A push. A bump draft. What are we doing here?
Well,
What bump drafting?
That
Oh, this is going to get tasty.
That yellow car is
Get
Michael
what?
Caffrey. Oh,
Oh, he turned him.
Oh.
Cloden in the kitty litter all the way back to P5. And like I was trying to say, that all could have been avoided if he let the pro drivers by without having to fight them. He could have kept maybe the second gap between all of them. But now Kenneth is all the way back to P6, trying to close in on Mark Ozer.
My goodness.
My goodness is right. 46 McLaren of Brian Scott. Now he's trying to hold off Ty Baxter, as Ty Baxter is going to go through.
Oh, Baxter gave, I think that's Voigt, a little bit of a bump right there. Boy, we're seeing a lot of contact here, boys, and we're only 15 minutes into this race.
Yeah, we still got 44 minutes to go. Oh boy. Watching some of the battles on the racetrack. We're sticking right here with Ty Baxter and Brian Scott. Scott able to get by, or Baxter able to get by Scott last lap, and see if he can start making some time towards Michael Caffrey sitting P2 in class. But Jed Cotterman, with all that action, is pulling away from Michael Caffrey.
He's saying, thank you very much, boys. You guys keep mixing it up back there. I'm going to keep doing my thing.
And honestly, I think that's exactly what Jed... What? Whew. Is it me, or is that uphill right-hander a little icy? We've seen a couple drivers almost lose the vehicle. It just looks like the Mustang gets light on the turn.
Well, think about it. It's got all of its weight in the front of the car, so you're trying to keep horsepower down and going uphill. It's gonna try to step out on you.
Do we have a battle for the lead? Yes, we do. Big Art, a 10 separating the two as they go down to turn number 1. Oh, that Porsche sounds really nice. That gap crossing the line was just a 10th. Avery Hart with a very good turn back down to 6.5 tenths separating the two of them.
Seems like he had a little bit of better braking in that last corner there.
Last time by, Hart was 4 tenths faster than Big Art. And Big Art has just stepped on it. Saw how close Hart got there. And nope, you're not doing this. Bye. And it's up to 8 tenths, almost a second now.
Maybe he was conserving a little bit of tire, then saw Avery Hart closing on him, and then he's like, oh, gotta hit another gear.
Well, I think with these hour-long races, it's kind of what you have to do, Mike. Most, if not all, these drivers, unless something happens, do not change tires. You can't kill the rubber 15 minutes into a race and expect to make it the rest of the way. Well, let's drop a little bit further back. Duquette, Bach, pro drivers, P4 on the line as they're crossing the start-finish line. McLaren versus Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo.
Then Martin, sorry. If you guys can't tell, I'm still a little nasally and everything. Brings me back to my Forza days, Joe. You know that. One of my favorite cars.
What, being sick? I mean, or yeah.
Now you get to look forward to Horizon 6 in Japan.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to how large that download's going to be on my computer. Or if I need to upgrade my graphics card by like $4,000 or $5,000.
It's not $4,000, just $1,000. Although, if, in my opinion, if publishers and coders would actually, let's say, optimize their games, yeah, we wouldn't have half these problems.
As we're still
iRacing's trying.
I was gonna say, as we're still watching this battle between Bach and Duquette right there on your screen, but here comes the Mercedes of Caffrey. That's a Pro-Am driver in that Mercedes, and he is closing in on 2 pro drivers, trying to get to Jed Cotterman. As we're still watching this go on, we're gonna jump back to Kenneth Cloden as he's trying to move back forward. Has been trying to get by Mark Ozer, but Ozer doing a really good job to stay in front of him, getting by the 95 of Daniel Nas, putting that BMW a lap down to them. Oh, here we go. Duquette, Caffrey, and Bach all under a blanket. Really thought Caffrey was going to shoot the half there and try to make the pass.
It looks like the Merc is just lurking right now. Like, I'm just gonna see what the two of you all are gonna do up here, and whichever one of you makes a mistake first, I'm gonna capitalize.
You know, the Merc. I like that. The Merc.
Yeah, that's what it's called, the Merc. Mercedes-Benz.
But we have a battle for the lead still going on. Avery Hart, fastest lap of the race last time by, a 142.53 to race leader Big Art's 142.82. Slowly, Avery Hart is chipping away, and he's staying consistently now right around that 6/10 or less mark to Big Art, trying to pressure a possible mistake out of your race leader, pole sitter. I don't know if it's going to happen. We've seen Big Art do this quite a bit. But Avery Hart is very fast right now.
He's putting the pressure on him, that's for sure.
And going into that final turn, using the rumble strips and the little bit of runoff they have to get down onto the front straightaway. Look how close they are. A 10th. Trying to utilize some of that Lamborghini draft. Into turn number 1. Hart backs it up just a tad. But Michael Caffrey with an issue. He was sitting P2 in class. What happened? Oh, he's just gonna loop it.
Oh, that
Yeah, he
sucked.
did. Just looped it.
Baxter trying to get one more position closer to Jed Cotterman. Trying to get by Spencer Duquette. They touch. They bounce doors. And through goes Ty Baxter. Wonder what these stewards are going to think of that one, because that looked like a little bit of a door smack. And I'm pretty sure Justin Bach in front of them and Ty Baxter both kind of ran off the track afterwards. But now it's Bach's problem. Baxter in the 12. Very fast these last couple laps. Looking to make a pass.
He's awfully close there. He's going to try to get it done in the next couple corners.
He's going to back up these couple to get a nice run into the small kink and into the light
Ooh.
left-hander.
That was tight.
Oh, they're all... The defend causes all three of them to mess up a little bit, and no changes here.
They're going to be side by side again.
And there goes Ty Baxter. Now he can start chipping away at Jed Cotterman. But now it's the battle with Bach and Duquette, as they are now just a 10th separating. This is for an in-class position, as it looks like Lakin Shaw has gotten a black flag. Michael Caffrey has a black flag, and so does Aiden Kelly. The three of them having black flags and having to come down pit road to serve it.
That's a tough break for those guys.
Cameron Kilma and John Voight in the GT4s. Another very close battle we are watching here. Kilma in the Mercedes, the one and only Taco Bell car we see every single week, and the 29 of John Voight.
Yo quiero Taco Bell?
I can go for some Taco Bell right now.
That was yesterday for lunch. I'm still paying for it.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
And I gotta sit in the car for 5 hours with the girls. I mean, what?
Nothing
Ty
like
Baxter
Y2K yourself.
Coming into pit is Ty Baxter. Lakin Shaw coming in to serve the penalty. Let's see what this 12 is going to do. Is he just going to fuel up, or are we going to see maybe a little tires? A couple tires go on this number 12 Porsche. I think it's going to be more of the norm, guys. I don't think we will see drivers, for the most part, take tires unless they absolutely need to, or if one pops off. But they're going to refuel, get back out there. Jed Cotterman still your GT3 Pro Am leader right now over Brian Scott by just under 18 seconds. Nathan Bigart having to battle very hard to hold on to that P1 spot in the pros. Separating just a little bit from about 5 or 6 minutes ago, where here comes Bigart.
He's pitting.
And so is Hart right behind him. Everybody is now looking to come down pit road.
30 minutes down, 30 minutes to go.
Now,
Time to make your one and only pit stop.
almost perfect at halfway. Let's see, are we going to see the leader in the Pro-Am? Yes, we are. Almost working just perfectly.
It's like everybody knew the same strategy.
Yeah, but it looks like Justin Bach and Spencer Duquette are both going to stay out. Staying out on the racetrack this time by. They will take over the race lead for the time being. Bigart, Hart, both coming out. Steve Smith in his box. Jed Cotterman still in his box. Gilma and Caffrey still there. Where is everybody going to cycle through? You would think Bigart going to stay P1. That gap has grown, though. Almost 4 seconds between the two of them.
Who's going to have the fastest fuel man on pit road? That's what the game's going to come down
Now,
to.
Joe, in past weeks, you've talked about maybe doing the long strategy. With everybody hitting pit road right around the halfway point, would a running long strategy work tonight, do you think?
We saw it work on Monday. Maybe going 2 for 2. It really all depends on how the driver gets on and off pit road. And I would say, you know, with the way this race is rolling out, I would have, you know, I'd be looking at hitting pit road about now anyways. I would just split it in half.
Well, let's see. James Langevin issue with the P6 GT4 driver. 87 Porsche on your screen. Good save. Really good save. Loses a position, but I'll take a loss in in the standings than rather wrecking the race car and being out of it. There it is, Big Art back to P1. Hart almost 4.5 seconds back. Steve Smith in third. Duquette, Bach, and Brian Scott on pit road, but here comes Jed Cotterman. Let's see the gap on how everything is going to cycle out. Big Art, Cotterman, and Nas, your 3 leaders in their respective classes. Lance Campbell and Jim Peel battling side by side momentarily as Campbell's going to go through to P3 in the GT4 class.
Man, it looks like Daniel's checked out again.
I was gonna say it looked like everybody held serve from the leaders.
Daniel, though, Joe, has yet to pit. Same thing with Brian Lavriza, as here comes Lavriza, Campbell, and Peel again. That's going to extend Nas's lead even further. Going to give him possibly a full pit stop gap in between him and P2. That's got to be a good feeling.
I was gonna say he must be really trying to stretch it.
And he's only fallen off from the start of this race with his fastest lap to right now 0.8 of a second. That's pretty good. Well, we're having some of the other GT4 drivers falling off just under 3 seconds. Looking at Langevin, over 3 seconds with Kielma. It's going to be interesting to see when Nas comes to pit road where he's going to cycle out. But I think it's going to be the lead as Avery Hart. Oh boy, Avery Hart with an issue. P2.
Oh, we got trouble. James Levain in the 87s in the wall and spun around. I can't tell who the other one's in the guardrail, but
Well, there's P2
trouble
looping
for
it
the 80s.
there, but let's go check what you just saw. James Langevin.
Oh,
He's gonna hit Christopher Grodin,
Oh, he is in the wall.
and that
He-
motor
he
is
killed that
expired
motor.
with the 619. It's tough. First race with the league, you knew there were going to be some growing pains, and tonight has not been Christopher's night. We hope to see him back next week when we take a 90-minute race around Le Mans.
gonna be must-see TV next week. That's for sure. Like it is always, but especially Le Mans.
I love that racetrack. It's so much fun. As we're watching the battle here,
Oh.
Bach, Duquette, and Baxter. And that was Aiden Kelly again.
Yeah, that was just about to say. I couldn't get the car number, but yeah, that could have been dangerous for all those guys.
The 115 Aston Martin.
Looped it right in front of these guys, and that could have been a lot more dangerous.
Good racecraft from everybody. And I'll even throw Aiden Keeley in that. Locked up the brakes, didn't move, let everybody get around him before he started rolling again. As Joe would say, high racing IQ, even when you make a mistake.
Gotta have racing IQ and survive a race. To finish first you must finish.
Baxter trying to use the rumble strips and runoff and his door to get by Spencer Duquette. Duquette's trying to make that McLaren as wide as possible. Baxter's been trying to use everything. The only thing he hasn't thrown is the kitchen sink yet. Here's the pass. Baxter now 15 seconds behind class leader Jed Cotterman, and let's see if we can start seeing a little bit of a gap come down between the two of them and make it a race, as we are just under 23 minutes remaining into tonight's race. It'll go by fast, everybody. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, subscribe, follow, hit the share button as well. You're watching All-Star 15 TV's broadcast of the High Point Racing League GT Challenge from Portomello. Baxter is making some serious moves out there. Now as he's trying to set up Justin Bach, as Langevin is having another issue on the racetrack in that 87 Porsche. Coming down the hill into the right-hander. I think he's going to overcook it and go for a slight spin. This really is your closest battle on the racetrack, as Baxter is trying to set up Bach for a pass.
Hey AJ, how does a slight spin work? It's a spin or not, right?
Well, it happened slight. He didn't go all the way around.
Slight spin.
So he went 3/4 and not a full 360.
Yes. He took about a 90-degree angle of a spin. I got my protractor out and looked at it.
Why do I think you're Patrick when he got turned smart for that one episode?
Oh, this is Patrick. But guys, we are happy to have you here. This race has been absolutely wild, phenomenal. There's been so many battles, and I think the beating and banging has caught up to Ty Baxter. A black flag is waving for that 12 number. He's going to have to come to pit road and serve that black flag. Probably disputing it right now on why he's still running out on the racetrack.
Ooh, close.
Those brakes work very well, it looks like.
Oh, he's getting a big run right here.
Huge run.
And he's also not shy about using the rumble strips and all of the rumble strips.
Yeah, I paid to run on this racetrack. I'm going to use all of this racetrack.
If it's paved, I'm using it.
Right?
As we're watching him, he is very, very fast right now. Last time by, he was about 4/10 faster than Cotterman. But with that black flag, he can probably kiss the win away. Or even contending for the win. Now he's just going to be trying to contend for a P3 or a P4. Just watching this number 12, waiting for him to hit pit road. That battle behind him, Justin Bach and Spencer Duquette. That is for 4th position in the Pro Series. And the 12 is going to stay out again. But we mentioned it earlier. I really think this battle right now between Bach and Duquette isn't going to become a battle until there's about 5 minutes left. They know where they sit. They're going to be running for 4th and 5th position. There's no reason right now to push, because when you look at their lap times, they're about 2 seconds slower than the leaders, but they're within tenths of each other. I don't think they're going to be pushing for anything until it's absolutely go time.
Well, I mean, it would be go time right about now. It's the final 20 minutes of this race. At least in my eyes.
Yeah. If they're running this close, I would give it the last 5 minutes to where you can get by somebody and maybe run away. Oh, fastest lap of the race. Big Art, a 1:42.37. Baxter is still pulling away, and we have a new black flag candidate, Kenneth Cloden.
Oh man, there's a bunch of black flags up there.
Yeah, there is.
Keaton Kelly. Christopher Groden with a meatball. Nose to tail, McLaren, Aston Martin. And there it is, Baxter on the third lap coming down pit road to serve the penalty. That's going to drop Baxter to third in class. And I think that's where he's going to end up coming at. I don't think Loden's going to get there. Unless it's a hold, which I don't think it is. I think he's coming right back out. Yep. It's still showing him with a black flag, though.
Interesting. Did he stop by chance? No, he didn't stop.
No, I thought it was a pass-through.
Yeah, usually it's a pass-through.
Don't go anywhere, everybody. We will talk to our 3 winners once the race concludes. Closest battle on the racetrack right now, as you're seeing, it is Bach and Duquette. Let's check on our leaders in each class. Nathan Bigart started P1, running P number 1, doing a great job. Had a very, very nice 5-6 lap battle with Avery Hart before pit stops, and that kind of separated the two of them. Clean air to Bigart is really helping that 01 Lamborghini out. Jed Cotterman, P2 to start the race in the GT3 Pro-Ams. P1 right now and has not looked back whatsoever. That number 7 Ford Mustang, strong all night long. And Daniel Nass doing everything he can to hold on to P1 after what happened turn 1 of lap 1 with the GT4s. Doing a great job. Lance Campbell 8 seconds back. Looks like our leaders are basically on a Sunday drive late on a Wednesday.
That's for sure.
And it's kudos to them. They were able to keep it on the racetrack, put some good lap times away, and use the pit cycles to their advantage. As it looks like Aiden Kelly, GT4 115. We've seen it here a couple times. Granted, we've seen spins, but that looked like he just locked up the brakes and went a little long in the turn.
And going back to our leaders, AJ, it's all about how you execute. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. How you execute the start, how you execute your pit road entry, how you exit your pit road execution, and then how you finish the race. And how you get through traffic. All about execution.
And right now, Bigart, Cotterman, and Nas right now able to execute through the traffic, or if you're in Nas's point of view, to let the drivers by without corrupting Daniel's own lap time.
Ooh, we just had contact between Justin Brock That 776 just made contact.
Let's go back and take a look at it. It's for P5, Bach and Duquette.
Right there. A little bit of contact.
It looked like we had some back. A little bit of a dive bomb by Bach.
Just some hard racing, no harm, no foul.
With just about 12 and a half minutes remaining, we are going to pay some bills. We will be back, everybody. You're not going to miss a thing. We're going side by side.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but isn't enough. It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
All right, everybody, I hope you scan that QR code for Monster Designs. The brake, the side-by-side was courtesy of them. Get some awesome liveries that you could use on the racetrack here on iRacing. Just under 10 minutes remaining. Big Art with a 18.5-second lead over Avery Hart. Absolutely killing it this evening after having a really what felt like a great battle between the two of them earlier on. Jed Cotterman 27 seconds over Brian Scott, the closest GT3 Pro-Am driver. It was for a while Ty Baxter. Ty Baxter was closing in on Cotterman. Got by Bach, got by Ducat, started chipping away, but one too many times with the incident counts, having to come down pit road. And then for the GT4s, Daniel Naas, a great job after a chaotic start with the GT4 drivers. Daniel Naas up by 5 seconds, and the last couple laps, everybody, it's coming down. Lance Campbell putting almost qualifying laps up in the GT4s. That 119 is absolutely flying. Let's see if we could pull up. Yeah, there's the sector times.
Your closest battle's going to be T4, I guess.
That's what it's looking like. Wow. As we're checking the sector times, you're looking at Lance Campbell. We'll actually jump on board with that Porsche as he's trying to close in on Daniel Naas. That gap with just over 6 minutes remaining, a 4-second gap. Now under a 4-second. Oh, thought it was.
We're gonna have to pay attention to see Barney the flag and wave the white flag this week.
Yeah, no kidding. Don't remind me. I mean, thank you for reminding me, Mike.
You're welcome.
It was like the was it 24-hour Daytona when Penske's Porsches won. Oh, it's like the white flag. What the?
Aiden Kelly has been disqualified, it looks like.
Whoa.
A black flag with white crosses on it. I think he might have gotten too many X's.
Oh.
But don't look now. 3.5 seconds separating Lance Campbell, Daniel Naas. Campbell with the fastest Sector 2 time of the GT4s. .59 separating as Big Art fastest lap of the whole field, a 1:42.21. This late in the event, he's still putting out qualifying laps. I know it's low fuel, but come on. Under 3 seconds now between Naas and Campbell. If you're Daniel Naas, what's going through your head right now, Mike?
Just trying to get to the finish as best as you can. You know, you got one closing in on him too, so you're trying to hit everything that you can, hit your marks. But I mean, Lance is 2.5 seconds back now.
2.79 as we speak. Last time by, over a second faster was Campbell.
And if somehow he's able to get by Daniel, it's going to be probably like one of the worst feelings in the world when you dominate a race that long and you're just like, oh no, it slipped away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're trying to do everything right to stay as fast as you've been all day.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Daniel Naas, I'd be screaming, would you throw the white flag already? As Spencer Duquette with an issue causing an off track by almost 5 seconds. I know him and Justin Bach were having a nice battle between the two of them.
And whoop!
Whoopsie day.
Hit the gas.
But now it's 2.9. Naas with a really good sector too. able to grab almost a 10th and a half back.
Oh, we got 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining, looks like, here on the sim time, so we'll see when they're going to throw that white flag.
Oh man, Sector 1 was six tenths better for Lance Campbell.
You know, Lance is like, don't throw the white, don't throw the white, don't throw the white, don't throw the white, give me more time. Oh, Ty Baxter just gave Justin Bach a bump in the rear end. He's trying to go to the inside of him here. While you're watching that.
Well, we gotta stay on this. This is the closest battle on the racetrack, and it's for a P1 position for an interview spot to come talk to us. And it's another 3 tenths. This is crazy. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get there.
I don't know.
He's gonna try his hardest.
He's gonna try his hardest. Will we see the white flag?
I don't think so. 1.5. No matter what, we will get it next time by when Big Art crosses the line. .5 separating the two of them. 1.4. 1.3 now.
He's getting there.
Looking at Big Art. On board. There it is. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go.
You got a little bit of lap traffic now in between these guys.
Yeah, it's going to be big.
Not lap traffic, but different class.
But that's Jed Cotterman. That is not Jed Cotterman.
No, I was going to say that wasn't Jed.
That Kenneth? That is Kenneth. Okay, Kenneth Cloden. My apologies. .4 separating the two of them. They can see each other.
Got another car coming through here.
Oh, lost a lot of time. Campbell, when the Mustang went by, lost a lot of time. Now it's back to 1.4, 1.5.
You need some help from that Mustang here. He's going to get passed again behind him. There's more.
And this is the white flag for the GT4s. .4 separating the two of them. We'll return to them in just a second. But Nathan Big Art once again from flag to flag. Able to put an absolute butt whooping on the field. Big Art will come away with the victory. Celebrating down the front straightaway.
Wouldn't that be called a shellacking?
Yeah, absolutely. There's P1 in the GT3 Pro-Ams. Back to back if he can get to it.
Oh, we got the Taco Bell car in the wall off the last corner.
Cameron Kilma. Oh. Back to Jed Cotterman.
The GT4 battle's real close now, as you're watching Jed Cotterman. Oh, it is really close.
Eek. Want to give Cotterman his flowers, but we can't show it. Well,
Daniel's really got to.
Jed's coming across the line now. He will win the
Oh, look into the
GT3
inside.
Pro-Am as they are side by side, Mike.
Oh, this is gonna be a dash to the line.
Lance Campbell's got the inside. The 119 got the position.
Oh, crossover.
0.0200. Daniel Noss 0.001.
Wow.
Holy cow.
What a finish.
I'm sorry, we gotta rewind this. The
It comes up. It comes up in timing and scoring as
A tie.
0.000.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing too. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That is unbelievable. What a finish.
that is absolutely insane. Well, that's not a great shot. Trying to get a good view of it.
Just absolute insanity right there across the line. My goodness.
This would be the closest finish ever on this channel.
I'm pretty sure. Great job, the two of them. Wow. Daniel Noss able to hold off Lance Campbell by 0.001. That feels like the width of what, a credit card or something?
Close to it.
About an inch.
And then immediately in the Facebook chat, Daniel Noss, my stomach hurts. OMG. Well,
Give credit to Lance Campbell for putting up a big fight there at the end. That was a great race at the end.
that was phenomenal. I honestly, I can't believe he fought that far back, and I could just imagine the heartache for coming up P2. But let's see if we can get a word with our GT4 winner by 0.001. Daniel Noss.
Yeah.
That was sketchy. That was scary. I don't want to even feel the stress you were going through the last 10 minutes as Lance Campbell was putting qualifying laps down behind you, but you set up the last two turns almost perfectly to keep the lead and grab the win. Congratulations, dude.
Thanks. My stomach was going through a lot in that race. It was something else.
Dude, it definitely takes it takes a lot of skill, I would say, on your end to notice probably early on that Lance Campbell's going to have a good chance to get to you, but you're able to keep your composure and still come out the victor by that last turn maneuver, the undercut or the crossover. And how was it out there? And talk about that crazy finish.
It was pretty fun. I haven't driven on this track in a while. I do like it pretty well. It's definitely a track to learn on and figure out different ways to take lines and just get some racecraft in and battles. And it was just an all-out fun race.
No, it looked like a fun race. That GT4 field started off a little scary on the first lap. How was it getting through that and basically holding on to P1 for the entirety of the race?
It was pretty interesting. My only thing is just being consistent, trying to not let by the traffic too early or too late, and just try to know how far back Lance was during the race, and just that it was a fun finish.
All right, brother. Well, before we let you go, plug those beautiful sponsors or anybody else you would like to thank.
Um,
All right.
I would like to thank Alan for um, helping me out with just being a good friend and watching the race, and um, just that it was a fun race to drive.
All right, brother. Well, congratulations on the GT4 win this evening. We got 90 minutes at Le Mans next week. Hope to see you there, and good luck there.
Thanks.
All right, Daniel Noss, everybody. P1 GT4s. Let's bring in the Pro-Am winner, the driver of the number 7 Ford Mustang. Jed Cotterman, back-to-back weeks talking to us. Good win, dominating win. How was it there, pal?
Well, I had to put in a lot of time. I'm not gonna lie. Justin, Justin and I practiced this track when I first bought it, and he showed me the line, and I just, just repetition after repetition after repetition, and I work late, so when I got home, I'd spend 30 minutes or so just turning laps, and then today before the race. Um, I practiced again for another hour, just trying to get some muscle memory, and um, it paid off. I mean, I I, I I'm doing well humbly, but man, when I look at those guys and they're constantly running a second faster, and I think I finished fourth by 25 plus seconds. It's like, geez, I got a long ways to go.
Yeah. You won in the Pro-Am class right now. For you, that's all that matters. But it looked like you were the force with the Pro-Am drivers to deal with, coming away with the win. Next week, we do go to Le Mans. I know a lot of these drivers are familiar with running that racetrack. What kind of challenges do you think you're going to find, if any, uh, heading to France next week?
Well, Lamar is not it's not a track that I've ever been consistent at. I think the biggest thing for me is going to be the I'm not sure what they're called, but the S's before the start finish line, and then turn 1 and 2. I always get a lot of off tracks there. Um, I did a lot of practice in the Porsche curves and whatever, so I got that down, or I should say I'm more consistent. But 90 minutes at Le Mans in the dark, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a long time to be running around Le Mans, something that you guys aren't necessarily used to with running the hour time limit here. But with everything that I'm seeing out of the drivers in this league, it's going to be entertaining, and it's going to throw its own little curves and wrenches into everybody else's plans, especially with running it at night. But Jed, before we let you go, anybody you'd like to thank or plug before you enjoy the Pro-Am victory this evening?
Man, again, I gotta thank the guys on the unofficial team, Justin and Spencer, and I got Jacob over my shoulder here. I had to miss his baseball game so I could keep my points lead, unfortunately. So, just the guys that we race with week in and week out, man. Like I think we really do have a tremendous league here, and the broadcasts keep getting better and better. I know I text you in Discord or whatever. Like, I really, really am enjoying myself and running in the league with the guys. And Man, I just every week it just gives me something to look forward to, which is what I hope the rest of the guys in the league feel the same way.
Yeah, man. Well, you messaged me. I try to get back to you as fast as possible. And
Oh no, absolutely, man. No complaints whatsoever.
no, I was
whatsoever,
kind of
so.
gushing about myself there a little bit. You throw me a curveball. Hey, add this guy. Okay, add this guy.
Yeah, well, it's like it, y- you don't want to tell people no, and then you go back and look, and you're like, okay, a B class guy who's got a good safety rating, he wants to run GT4s with us. Okay, sure,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah. More the merrier, honestly. But dude, great talking with you tonight. Always a lot of fun watching you on the racetrack. Have fun practicing Le Mans. Uh, get good at those S turns and turn 1 and turn 2, because we've seen the incident bug hit people plenty of times in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be tough today, and I even said something in the drivers' meeting. The off tracks here are brutal. You have to slow down a lot more than you want to, but yeah, I'm gonna get some practice in. Justin and Spencer, they're gonna work with me again and help me get through it. So they're really really fun to race with and be friends with. So I appreciate you guys, and go see what Nathan's got to say.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk to Nathan here after that butt whooping. All right, Jed. Hope
All right, have a good night, guys.
hope Jacob won.
He did actually. He pitched another no hitter. He told me, so he's doing really well.
Can I get an autograph now?
I'll see what I can do. I know some people, so he'll be back. He's gonna race Le Mans with us next week. So
Awesome. Well, you have a nice rest of your night, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
yep, see you, bud.
All right, Jed Cotterman, winner in the GT3 Pro Am. Now let's talk to the overall winner, Nathan Bigart, with the absolute butt whooping on the field. But you did have to battle before pit stops with Avery Hart. How was it out there, pal?
Yeah, it was fun. Great battle at the start with Avery. He did a great job keeping up. Was just able to do a better job on pit road and make a gap, and that forced him to try to push a little too hard and make a couple mistakes. But was hanging out with him in Discord, had fun, had a good race. Great night. Just basically, what got the win was no mistakes. That was all. Which lap 1, turn 1, I almost ruined the whole race and wrecked myself, but had an epic save, kept it going, and then just learned from that and didn't make no more mistakes. Just kept it clean and brought it home. Fun night, tough track, good racing. I see the end of the GT4 battle at the end was awesome.
Dude, that was wild.
Yeah, I was just going back and watching it. It was a great race.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun race as a broadcaster. I know I had fun. I'm pretty sure Mike and Joe also did. But dude, butt whooping on your end. You mentioned keeping it nice and clean. To basically hold on to P1. You're gonna need that next week. What are you expecting out of the 01 Lamborghini camp at Le Mans?
I'm not sure, honestly. Like I feel like I'm getting lucky in these races because I'm not confident in this car and I'm not confident in the car itself for sure. So I think next week is gonna be a struggle. I'm sure it'll be a lot bigger field, being that it's a more popular track and more people are gonna own it. So I'm sure Daniel will be back and there'll be some higher competition. Um, more of us up there battling, and just the drafting that's involved in that track, but it keeps everyone close, keeps them all together, makes for great racing, great battles. So that's basically going to be the strategy next week also, is just try to stay within the draft, keep it clean, and get it to the end and see where it plays out. I'm going to try to do Le Mans this weekend, get some good practice. It won't be in this car, but it'll at least be on track time, getting comfortable with it. So looking forward to it. It's gonna be the extra long race next week, so that comes into effect where you start getting tired at the end. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, so am I. You guys have been putting on shows since I picked picked up the league on the channel, and I look forward to every Wednesday. And dude, once again, congratulations on the win. Before we let you go and celebrate the overall win and class win, got anybody you'd like to plug?
Yeah, I just want to thank Jed for bringing me over here to High Point. Really had a great time getting to know some of these guys. Like I said, got to hang out with Avery and Lakin tonight. That was the first time I believe that I got to introduce myself to them and offered to race with one of them, this weekend. So just trying to get familiar with the group. So thanks again to Jed for bringing me over. Always give a shout out to the Chop Shop boys. Caffrey was in this one with me tonight. And you for doing a broadcast, all the admins at the league for doing all the work, Carlos and Jed, appreciate everything they do. All the fans out there watching, all the drivers are doing a great job. My number one fan always watches. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, you definitely got to thank her. But thanks for coming to talk with us. Congratulations once again, and we will see you hopefully at Le Mans.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
All right, everybody. Starting with Joe. Take us home, pal.
Back to the United States? Of course. This was a good race. Like I said before, a shellacking on most of the field. The end of that GT4 battle was absolutely primo. I still cannot believe how close it was.
Yeah. Mike?
I mean, what more can you want? I mean, you had you go two ends of the spectrum here. You had a butt whooping on one, and then you had probably the closest finish in All-Star 15 TV history. So it's like, what could you not like about this race? I mean, that was outstanding start to finish. Can't wait to go to Le Mans next week and have some fun there.
Uh-oh.
Did we
AJ?
lose AJ?
Did we lose AJ?
Well, nope. No, you didn't. But my mic was off while I was talking, which was great. Just love how that works sometimes. Randomly, when I touch the top of the microphone, it just shuts off, and then I forget that I shut it off. But before we hit Le Mans, we go to Fuji, Joe.
Fuji? Oh, no, I go to Orlando. You guys go to Fuji.
You're going to... Well, you go have fun in Orlando.
Yeah, the House of Mouse.
Oh, really?
Disney World.
How'd you get dragged to go... Oh, Tron.
Hi.
Yeah. Have fun on the roller coaster, Joe. All right, everybody.
Will do.
Take care. Be safe. We'll see you Monday for the next broadcast, or we'll see you Wednesday for the next High Point Racing League GT Challenge event at Le Mans. It's a 90-minute race. Be there, be square. Take care, everybody. Deuces.
Hey, you stole my deuces.
Well, you're leaving me Monday. I had to steal something.
Oh, Jesus.
Bye,
Deuces.
everybody.
Canada.